All right, if you made it this far, thank you. This is where the topics start to get a little tough to speak about. I'm going to be very honest, and this is why I ran from it for so long, but I must be obedient. We have an amazing Savior, and when He saved me, I realized I couldn't be selfish. I couldn't hold in all this good information and this feeling and this healing and things I thought I would never be delivered from. And I couldn't just be in my own little corner and be quiet about it. And so I went to Him and I said, send me, use me as a vessel, speak to your people. And so I have to be obedient. But this is where the topics start to get a little uncomfortable. So this video might be a little lengthier. I will try to keep it as short as I can. And I am going to have to reference notes for this one. I don't want to lead anyone astray. I want to be very careful not to misspeak. So I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the rapture of the church, or I like to call it like the taking of His followers, right? So we are told that there will be a time when Christ will come back and He will take his followers. And this is where I sound real crazy, but stick with me here. Those who have ears to hear will hear, and eyes to see will see. He will literally crack the sky and He will take His followers. And everything that needs to happen biblically, prophetically, has already aligned and has already happened before this can happen. Meaning this can happen at any time. And I do strongly believe that we will be the generation to see Christ's return. Again, stick with me. I know this sounds crazy. Now, there are a lot of people who say they are of the church, they are of His followers, and say that there is no rapture, this will not happen before tribulation, all of these things. And unfortunately, they're just not studying the word in full context. One thing I know about our Savior is His word will never go void. He is faithful to fulfill His promises. So we're going to start in 1 Thessalonians 4:16 and 17, sorry. Because the Master Himself shall come down from heaven with a shout, with the voice of a chief messenger, and with the trumpet of Elohim, and the dead in Messiah shall rise first. Then we, the living who are left over, shall be caught away together with them in the clouds to meet the Master in the air. And so we shall always be with the Master. So then, encourage one another with these words. I keep hearing, oh, we have to endure tribulation. Let me be quick to remind you, in 1 Thessalonians 5:9, because Elohim did not appoint us to wrath, but to obtain deliverance through our Master Yeshua Messiah. Those who have found Christ and have surrendered and have accepted His salvation are not appointed to wrath. The tribulation is God's wrath being poured out onto the earth. So we must be very careful. We are called to encourage and find comfort in these words and in His promises. We have to be very careful not to lead others astray, because what happens there is fear starts to ensure. And in 2 Timothy, we are told Elohim has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love, of power, and of sound mind. So therefore, we are to encourage each other with these words. When we go over to 1 Corinthians 15:52, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Now, anyone who believes that there won't be a rapture, we won't be taken before tribulation, I highly recommend go read all of 1 Thessalonians. That's what I did. I studied it and found confirmation there, and then there's confirmation throughout the Bible as well. We go look at Matthew 24:44. Because of this, be ready too, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour when you do not expect Him. So there will be a time, and again, we don't know when that's going to happen, but everything prophetically and biblically, the events that need to happen for that to take place have already been fulfilled, meaning this can happen at any time. And we mentioned, the devil wants us to be distracted. He wants us to be in chaos. He wants us to be in our sin, so that our eyes are not on our Messiah, and we are not in the Word, and we are not making ourselves ready for His return. And so again, that's where I want to plead with you guys. We don't just have all of this unlimited time to just go about and do whatever we want. It is important that we surrender to him, that we accept his salvation, and we allow him to lead our lives so that we are ready for when this comes. There is still time. He is still giving mercy. He is still giving grace. We can fall to our knees now. We can accept him and allow him to start working in us so that when those times come, you are not here for wrath. Go and read. Go and read Revelation. Go and see, what's to come. The tribulation is not going to be fun for anyone. I don't want to be here for that. I don't want any of my family here for that. I don't want any of my sisters and brothers here for that either. And so it's important that we seek our Messiah, seek our Savior, and allow him to show us the way, and so that we aren't going to be left here for that. Now, when that does happen, I want you to look at everything that's going on around you, right? In this last year or whatnot, the news has slowly been pouring out. They've been slowly telling us about aliens. They've been telling us, oh yeah, they're here. We have all this classified information on UFOs, all of the things. They're putting it right before you. The way that the kingdom of darkness works is they have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. That's why movies, they put it in TV shows, they put it in movies. We think it's entertainment. It's them telling us in one version or another of what they're going to do before they do it. We must open our eyes. We can no longer fall for the schemes of the enemy, okay? And again, I know I sound crazy, but in a world full of lies, the truth sounds crazy. So please, I'm pleading with you, you open your eyes, because once that happens, once Christ does come and he takes his followers, immediately we go into tribulation. That is a 7-year period that we are in tribulation, and that is when God is pouring out his wrath on the earth. He is judging the earth. The followers of Christ, those who have accepted his salvation, have surrendered, have called out to him, you're not appointed to that wrath. You do not have to be here for that. When that happens, they're already laying the groundwork. They're going to say aliens took. Mark my words, save this video, do what you need to do with it. But aliens did not take us, okay? Our Messiah came back for us as he said he would, because he is faithful to fulfill his promise. They're going to say that aliens just took the people that maybe they're going to say, oh, they didn't, align with evolution. They didn't, I don't know what they're going to say about it, but I know for sure they are not putting out all of this information about aliens for no reason. And just so we're understand, aliens are demons. Demons have been here, okay? We see back in Genesis when we look at, the flood and how we had the fallen angels who had children with the women here. There were nowhere for those spirits to go. Those are disembodied spirits. They have been roaming the earth. They are demons. The enemy is very conniving, and he's quick to package something as different. Aliens are demons. Again, I'm going to sound crazy. I'll be crazy. I'll be that to get this information out. But understand that there is still time. There is still time to call on him to accept his salvation, and his mercy is still there waiting for you, and you can still be saved by him before that appointed time comes. Because again, that can happen at any time. We don't know when he's going to come back for his followers. And so please surrender to him now. He is the only way. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And no, aliens did not take us. They're laying the groundwork for a reason. So please try to see between the lines here. Next, we'll talk about the tribulation and what's to come for that. Thank you.